this right now?
Of course
I
he
was
is.
just informed.
Of course he is, because he does this all the time because he wants people to hear him instead of people hearing the truth about him. This is his MO. I mean, is it any surprise that he's been off for so long and then all of a sudden, when there's information being put out about him, he goes live? I don't care.
Maybe you need a reminder of what you took from here, Mike. You took totes full of sports cards. Totes full. Box sets. You took my childhood sports cards. My childhood sports cards. You took jerseys from here. Several jerseys. You took cash from here. You took a shoebox full of my friend's rolled coins that was in his closet. You emptied out 2 of his change jars. Who does that? You tipped them over and took them.
I can answer that for you. Who does that? A person whose life is crime. Somebody who is a low scale criminal, who only has the balls to rob from people he knows, does things as petty as stealing magic cards, claw machines, and stuff like that. That's who does that. Somebody who lives in a van. Somebody that can't settle down because he knows if he stays in one place too long, police are going to question him. That's who does it. That's who does it. So now,
and he took all of his watches, all of his watches. He took his grandfather's watch, and I even showed him his grandfather's watch.
Megs,
I was like, "This is his grandfather's watch."
Megs, real quick, did you guys have Rolexes? Because he was just showing them on live.
No Rolexes, not one. No.
and let me tell you something. If he's showing Rolexes, I guarantee you they're fake. $10, Canal Street, New York City. Guarantee you it.
I mean, it's just how they can sit there, right? Okay, so all of us can say that we have Mike has never turned his camera on, like with his face or nothing like that, right? He's accidentally, got into the picture, but he's never turned it on to show something. Not the other day, I'm sorry, it was a while ago, just around the time that he took all that shit from Migs, he flashed an ungodly amount of cash.
Yep, I remember hearing about that.
So we all know, like, the man doesn't have a regular job, not bashing anybody that works for DoorDash.
Exactly. But he does that because that is a mobile job. He can go anywhere in the country and he can pick up and do that.
Yes, not even in his name, mind you, which is another illegal thing.
Yeah. Well, Megs, can you tell us, are there any updates that you can give out regarding any new information on the case? Like, was your friend able to inventory? Was he able to check to see what was missing?
Well, he can't because of his brain, because his heart attack was very bad.
Yeah.
So I did it for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what's in the house, because I've been here since it happened. It happened in September, so I've been here since it happened.
Yeah.
So he's leaning on me to do it. So there are probably other things that were taken that we don't even know about, to be honest with you.
Yep.
That we'll probably never know about.
And let's reiterate this, okay? Floridaman knew of this guy's condition.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he knew from the first day we talked. He knew.
Now, let me ask you something. And again, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. I really don't care. But did he tell anybody that he was going up to help you at this house?
That I don't know.
Did you tell anybody?
No.
Okay, so nobody knew. Nobody knew where he was going when he went there.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
So pretty much what he did. Now, were there any discussions about what was in the house that needed to be moved?
Yes.
And what did you tell him was in the house?
Oh gosh.
Want me to see if I have that text message?
I mean, did you tell them he had
He knew.
sports memorabilia and stuff like that?
Yeah, he knew. He knew about that.
Interesting.
He knew that there was a lot of stuff in the basement.
Huh.
And it's in his family.
I can barely hear you,
A
Meg.
lot of stuff.
Are you away from?
Get closer.
Are you?
Yep. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay.
Hold on.
I just wanted to make sure.
Is that better?
Thank you. Yeah, I thought.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So he knew that there was expensive stuff in the house.
Yes, he did.
Well, there you go. There you go. So,
And that's just my fault, and that was me being stupid and vulnerable. And because this guy can get whatever he wants out of you if he wants to.
but again, Megs, you had no reason to think that he was capable of doing this because you guys were friends. If I invited somebody over to help me that I was friends with, I wouldn't expect that they were going to turn around and screw me because of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's the same thing that I say with people that are on this app that are beggars and people give them money. And then, you know, they come over to my live and say, I didn't realize what they were all about. I didn't know the whole story. You know, and as I said, I will never victim shame you for it because you went into it thinking that your friend was going to help you out. So, you know,
I mean, I've learned a valuable lesson, that's for sure.
and doesn't that lesson suck? I mean, I've learned that same lesson a number of times on this app where people that you think are your friends turn around and screw you over. And you know what? That's not how life is supposed to be. You're not supposed to now question when you meet somebody whether or not you can trust them.
And like that's not. This whole thing has been awful, but the worst part about it is I feel like I've lost the trust of my friend and his family.
Yeah.
Because I made the dumbest decision of letting someone in here that I thought I could trust, and look what happened. And that's the worst part about all of this.
And I am very sorry for that. That's something that you're going to have to deal with now because
And I am, and it's awful, but yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's bad.
and again, I am sorry that you have to deal with that. You know, and unfortunately, you are not the only one in this boat. There are many women that he has done horrible things to on this app. And you are just another victim. You know what I mean? He has bodies strewn all across this country of people that he has emotionally destroyed, harassed, threatened.
How's the story changing?
Story has never changed. I've heard it back to front to back. From the second she reached out to me, it has not changed. Ever. Her friend was not brain dead. The heart attack caused him to become brain damaged. So now he has memory issues. Like, why are people trying to twist it and say that you said brain dead? You never.
And no, listen. That
They
is,
keep trying to say that. You know what?
yes, listen, whoever's saying that, get your facts.
Bougie.
Well,
Bougie, who was the first person I called after I called the police. I called her. She was all gung-ho at first, but then she flipped.
what was her advice to you?
Call the police, make a report.
Don't go on TikTok and
Let the don't go on TikTok. Don't talk.
Wow. I wonder why she said that.
She said stop trying to get attention when I was trying to reach out.
Wow. Wow. And that's why I say, the people that platform him, the people that support him, of course they're going to tell you, don't talk about it, don't say anything, don't do anything like that, because
I should have saw the red flags right there, but I didn't.
Well, hindsight is 2020. So, Megs, I want to say that, I hope as time goes by, your relationship with your friend and the family, will become better than it is.
It will. I mean, my friend and I will be fine. We'll be fine.
I hope that indeed, as I said, time is running out on him. Okay. He can only drive around through states that he doesn't have warrants in for so long. Sooner or later, he will get picked up for something, and all of his warrants, all of his POs will come up when they do a search for him, and eventually, he's gonna have to pay the price, and whatever.
Oh, yeah, and go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was finished with that. What were you gonna say?
I know he's listening, and I'm never gonna stop.
Nope. And you shouldn't.
I'm never gonna stop. He knows what he did.
Yep.
He knows what he did that night.
And
or that day.
After reading that police report, and I know there's people listening. I don't know if there's people streaming me. I really don't give a crap, because if they are, that's awesome. Because this information is coming out, and I want to see the lowlights that will continue to allow him in their lives, in boxes, to continue what he's been doing. Because as I said, you are one of the many victims. And what I want to do tonight, I wanted to start out with your story, Megs, because this is the most recent thing that happened. Mm-hmm. And he flat out lied that it didn't happen. So I want to thank you very much for coming up. I want to thank you for giving me the permission to read the police report and to put that information out there. And I hope for you that at some point, this man is arrested, and he will have to pay the price for not only what he did to you, but hopefully all the other people that he has done wrong on this app, and he's held accountable for all the open warrants that are open to him now. And I want to thank you for coming up.
Thank you for letting me up and letting me speak on my
problem.
story.
I appreciate and thank you for being so strong and coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Now, you know, I find it ironic, as I said, that he has not been live. He has not been in people's lives for quite a while because the heat was on him. And it's just absolutely ironic the night that I'm having a live about him, all of a sudden he goes live. And yes, Dollar Diva, absolutely. Little man can, yes. This is how people like this work. It's all deflection. You know, come over to my live. I'll tell you the quote unquote truth. And do me a favor, if anybody's in his live, do me a favor and take screenshots of who's in there. Take screenshots of who's in his chat. Take screenshots of comments they're making. And please send them to me at scammyclaus@gmail.com. Now, one of the things I said that I wanted to have put out there is I want people that have been wronged by Floridaman, where Floridaman has done horrible stuff to them, to come up here tonight. And even if we've heard the story before, I want it to go out again tonight. I want everything that he's done put out on this live tonight. I want everybody to hear everything in one place, in one live. And the other thing I want to do is I'm going to open up this live in a few minutes for 13 and Scam Slam, pretty much because my son and my wife just got home a little while ago, and my son's team won their baseball tournament. So I want to go talk to my son and see how he's doing, and I want to see that stuff. So Scam Slam 13, if you guys can take over, and if you guys will please discuss what you have gone through with Floridaman, I would appreciate it. You know, don't hold back. You know, the only thing, as I said, is I would appreciate the language, you know, being PG-13 as much as possible.
Thank you. I'll be good. Okay. I will be good.
I appreciate that.
You know, I'll monitor for that. My language is PG-13.
I'll be good. I promise, Scammy Claus.
Okay. I didn't even know that was you. So there you go. But you know, 13, why don't you discuss the situation that happened with you, with Floridaman? If you guys, when you discuss what happened, at the end, if you will say criminally, what has happened in terms of, any, POs or warrants or anything, I would appreciate, you guys putting that out there too. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to mute mine for a minute, and I will be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
13, if you don't mind, I just want to put this out there because Scam Slam and 13 do have 2 active POs out on him. I want to keep this brief, and like what I say on this is that I have actively tried to have one served on him. I'm not being lazy on it. I've had the same officer here every single time I call in. I specifically request him. It's a little hard when a man gives an address in Indiana, but yet says multiple times he doesn't live there. And then you also have to go ahead and prove that Floridaman is actually Michael Allen Kenney. it's hard. This isn't like, that's why like I give credit where credit's due, because like this isn't just people like speaking up and be like, oh, I'm gonna put out a report. I'm gonna put out a report. No, this is like people actually going through shit. Like this is not just made up.
Cam, you want to start talking first because it happened to you first.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know what happened with me, but if not, I'll try to kind of recap how it started with Floridaman. I honestly didn't know Floridaman. I was never friends with him by any means. I first came across him about a year and a half ago, and he was upset by something that was said to him in one of my live streams by two people who were part of my platform at that time. And he wanted apologies from them. And he made demands upon my platform, telling me I needed to kick these people off of my platform and that I needed to turn my gifts off. But yet he told me I needed to donate all my gifts. He wanted me to dox one of these people on my platform and give Floridaman all of his personal information so that he could go after that person. And I responded to his message with laughing emojis. Well, at that point, that set him off because I would not comply with his demands on my platform. I'm not going to let him or anyone else tell me what to do on my platform or anywhere in my real life or anywhere. That's not me. So that upset him, and he started coming after me, making up totally false claims with absolutely zero proof. He tried to claim that I was stealing money using intercept cash apps, that I was harassing and bullying Lisa Richard, that I was, what else? He accused me of addictions. He accused me of drugs, alcohol, and gambling addictions, which were not true. He falsely reported me to the FBI.
The scam. I want everybody to be like aware of this, because I don't want to be like a hypocrite, more so than I already am. I will tell everybody this: 13 and I did heavily support these messages, this propaganda being spread against Scam Slam. We did.
Yeah. So you were friends with him at the time, and you helped him to spread this propaganda. But I will ask you: have you ever seen proof of any single claim he's made about me?
Never have.
Exactly. Thank you for confirming that. So there was none of the things that were being said was true. He made about 60 videos about me within a 1 month period. All kinds of things, accusing me of all these addictions and crimes and all this wild stuff. Gosh, what else? There's just so much. There's just so much that he put out there that.
Scam. Don't forget scamming casinos.
Yeah, saying I scam casinos. Well, that's, there's other people, somebody else saying that too, but that's not surprising. I'm at a casino right now. I was in Forbes. There's also a rumor going around that I was arrested for scamming casinos and that I got kicked out of casinos. I'm in one right now. I'm in a hotel room for free for the whole week here at the Jersey Shore. I just got done eating my room service. So that karma that's supposed to be coming for me that was mentioned last night by somebody. Yeah, this is my karma. I'm chilling in
I'm coming
in a room at the Jersey Shore with.
I'm your karma.
Service.
I'm your karma. I'm coming.
So, yeah, real karma. It's awesome.
You had to deal with 13 for 12 hours. Now you got to deal with me.
Actually, it was more than 12 hours because it was 10 hours each way. And then
we had a good fucking time. He was making me laugh. I was making her laugh.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, he doxed me. He posted a video showing my house, which included my address on the front of my home. Also showed my neighbor's house for some unknown reason. He posted a picture of my abuser. I'm not sure if he's aware that that was my abuser, but he posted a picture of my abuser, my family member. One of my family members was contacted on Facebook.
You had a whole live held about your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend.
This is a different person.
But that's a whole there
was a whole live held about someone I was with 15 years ago, where he was falsely accused of being a P3DO.
Yep.
And I haven't.
Scam has gone through it. Scam has gone through it.
None of that was true. Absolutely no truth to any of that either. They were showing somebody else's information. They didn't have the right person. So
when I tell you, when I was on the phone, it was me and Becca. I was on the phone and she says, you need to talk to. And I said, who? And she said, you need to talk to Scam. And I said, that's a hard one for me. That's a real, that's a tough wall for me to break down. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to call Scam. Scam was with me. Scam was, I remember it. I was in my closet and I go, Becca, you're right. Because I always said, I don't believe you. I don't believe her. I don't believe anything. But I'm living it now.
Yeah, I mean, all of those things happened to me. I mean, and I have proof of everything. Of course, I showed all of that in court. While all of that was going on, in the beginning, a lot of people were saying, just ignore him, just ignore him, just ignore him. But the thing is, he started gaining more and more following, and people were, pushing the propaganda, not just him. There was a whole group of people that were pushing these falsehoods, and it just kept growing and growing. And I started trying to respond and just say no, that's not true, or no, I never did that. And all they did was mock that, oh, it wasn't me and all that other stuff. But it really wasn't. I never did these things I was being accused of. How do you prove that you didn't do something, but they had no proof of anything and they're just running with it. And honestly, I don't know.
But that's part of the problem, Scam, is that there's a lot of people on this app that say stuff, and when they are asked to show proof, they don't have it. But they expect you to show proof that you didn't do something. Which is
you can't prove you didn't do. It's so hard to prove you didn't do something. But if I did something, I'd love to see the proof of anything they ever claimed. And like I said, 13 and Skittles, they know they were part of all that, and there wasn't any proof to anything. He was just, he targeted me out of nowhere. Again, I was never friends with him or anything. He just targeted me out of nowhere. And so, initially I tried to ignore it. Then I tried to go into live streams where I was being, talked about literally for hours every single day. I would go in and try to just explain, that's not true. And you don't have proof. And, I don't know why you're doing this. And I asked I heard a live stream today where people were saying, leave me alone. I've asked you to leave me alone. Well, I asked to be left alone a million times and they still would not leave me alone and kept making up and spreading all of this stuff. So it got to the point, where they feel unsafe, and not just because of him, but because there were so many other people too that were believing this stuff, and you just never know what kind of crazy